How frustrating was that first period for you guys here tonight?
Yeah, it obviously wasn't what we wanted. They're a good team when they, us playing last night, they got on us early. That's what you usually try to do against a team that's coming on a back-to-back, especially with travel. So, we got to be better. We hung comms out to dry in that first period, and it's tough to rebound from being down 4 rep.
And how about just like the response afterwards, the final 2 periods, in your opinion?
I think the third was probably our best. We made some plays, we had some chances, had some ozone time. Skinner even made some big saves. So, that was better in the third. Now we just have to we finally have 2 days in between games for the first time in a long time. It's been a long stretch, especially being on the road a lot. So we got to get our rest and be ready for a good homestand.
How nice will it be to get some practice time and then be in your beds on top of that?
Yeah, it'll be very nice. It feels like we haven't been home a whole lot in the last month and a half. So it'll be nice to just get the 2 days. 2 days in between games is rare, especially in a year like this one. So we just got to take it to our advantage.
Just how tough was that first period in your opinion?
Yeah, obviously it was a tough first period. I think just it was tough back-to-back for us, and they came out hot, and we weren't ready to match that.
When you look at the final 2 periods, did you see a lot more of the game that you wanted to play, and then maybe got more too in that third period?
Yeah, I think there was probably some positives there. At the same time, when it's 4-0, 5-0 or whatever, they kind of come off their pace a little bit too. So all we could do was battle at that point, and that was the message, and we did a better job.
Just the grind that you're through. I don't know. Is it no matter how much experience you have, it's still a grind and it's still tough, despite top level athletes and top level talent.
Yeah, it's a grind. I think when you look at the schedule, the condensed season, everybody goes through it, and we've just gone through it with our version, I guess, in the last number of weeks. That's where little details matter. You can't make excuses in this league. You have to find ways to win games and get extra points and things like that when you're in a tough schedule, and you can't let mistakes compound and end up in the back of your net. So it is part of the NHL, but I think, like I said, it's part of being a great team is handling that schedule, and you might not feel your best, you might not be snapping it around like you do when you're on your A game, but you have to find ways to stay in hockey games, push games to OT, and obviously get those greasy wins, and I don't think that was something we've done a great job of here of late.
Thank you. back-to-backs are tough and travel, and just a little bit of what you thought. You took a timeout, and it seemed like you got to your club saying, hey, we can still be in this. What was kind of the messages you...
Yeah, I'm not putting a schedule on this side. You know, the whole league's going through this now because of the Olympics. Everybody's having their tough part of the grind of the schedule. For me, you know, we had talked about the first 10 minutes, you know, that we had to be smart about how we did things. We give up we do a terrible line change on the first one. They get 3 goals in 7.5 minutes to start. We're not, you know, both mentally and physically, we weren't ready to go. And at the end of the day, I'll take responsibility for that. But, you know, we do a terrible line change. They get an opportunity to get a rebound, put it in. Next time we give up breakaway with both the outside, the circle, and then we do a turnover in neutral zone. All that happens in a very short period of time. That's the mental side of things. That's the stuff, the details that, especially like I mentioned, the first 10 minutes, you knew they were going to come, and they were going to come hard, and we didn't respond in the right way.
How tough was that to watch, Scott, after you felt like you had 6 good periods behind you in Montreal and in Winnipeg on Friday?
Yeah, it's hard. You're trying to take steps forward. You're trying to gain points, no matter how you do it, and, you know, that's another big step backwards, and we've been kind of repetitive on doing this, and, you know, we've got to find a way to get that consistency in our game.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Scott.